Have you ever wondered what it really takes to build a brand from the ground up? I mean, not just with products, but with feelings and psychology and tech, all woven together into one seamless experience. Well, today, we're going to deconstruct a fascinating blueprint for a company called AllureSerene. They literally engineer travel experiences with an incredible amount of intention. Okay, let's dive in.
Everything, and I mean everything, starts right here. This one idea is the core philosophy that drives every single decision they make. It's not about the places you go, it's about the feelings you take with you. And that, right there, sets the stage for a completely human-centric approach to everything. So how does a brand actually get a soul? How do you build that feeling right into its DNA? Well, for AllureSerene, it all starts by answering that one fundamental question. Why do we even exist? This first part is all about unpacking that core purpose.
And there it is, their why, spelled out for us. You'll notice their purpose isn't to sell tickets or book hotels. No, it's to inspire deeper human connection. And check out that language, transformative travel. Right from the jump, they're promising you an internal shift, not just a change of scenery.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Look at how they personify the brand. It's this incredible mix of different archetypes. You've got the curious explorer vibe with words like adventurous and bold, right? But then it's balanced out by this wise sage personality with words like mindful and reflective. It's that blend that creates something totally unique. It's adventurous, but it's also serene.
And here's how that personality actually sounds. Just look at the word choices here. They completely avoid all those transactional kind of generic words like holiday package or cheap. Instead, you get these really evocative words like journey, awakening, and tribe. Every single word is carefully chosen to reinforce that premium, soulful experience they're promising.
And boom! This one line from their manifesto just perfectly wraps up the whole idea of having a brand with soul. The main takeaway here is that they defined why they exist before they figured out anything else. That's their North Star.
Okay, but having a strong why is really only the beginning. The real magic happens in the how. So if that first part was the soul of the brand, this next section, well, this is the science. How do you actually engineer emotion? How do you deliver on a promise of transformation? For AllureSerene, the answer is all about psychology.
And this isn't just wishful thinking, you know. It's a systematic process, and it's built on proven principles from behavioral science. They're using concepts like self-determination theory to make sure you feel a sense of autonomy and control, and memory anchoring to link powerful emotions to specific smells or sounds. They're not just hoping you have a good time, they are actively designing the conditions for it. Let's just take one of these, the peak end rule. This is a principle that everyone from Disney to Apple uses. It basically says that we remember two things most vividly, the emotional high point and the very end of an experience. So knowing this, AllureSerene intentionally designs these powerful peaks, like a breathtaking sunrise ceremony, and really strong, meaningful closing rituals. It's all designed to make sure the entire trip is remembered in the best possible light. And get this, their use of psychology doesn't even wait for the trip to start. They actually tap into something called the anticipation dopamine loop. By sending you little pre-trip teasers and stories, they start building up that positive emotion and excitement long before you've even packed your bags. So the journey just feels that much more valuable when it finally happens.
All those psychological principles then get woven into these 6 core pillars. You can see how they create this really holistic experience. It's a model where story-driven adventure is balanced with deep cultural immersion, where mindful wellness is just part of the deal, integrated with community building and smart, sustainable tech. It all works together.
All right, so we've covered the why, that's the soul, and we've covered the how, that's the science. Now let's get into the what, the actual tangible digital ecosystem that brings this whole ambitious vision to life. This is where the brand meets the build.
So here's their tech stack. But this isn't just a list of technologies. It's another extension of the brand's personality. For example, they use Framer Motion not just because it's modern, but because it creates these fluid, elegant animations that make everything feel effortless. That directly supports the brand value of elegance and that psychological principle of cognitive ease. See, every technical choice serves the bigger purpose.
And right at the heart of their tech is this thing they call lovable AI. And it's designed from the ground up to be a deeply human-centered tool. So imagine an AI that doesn't just book your flights, but acts as an emotional storyteller, curating a personalized soundtrack for your trip based on your mood. Or maybe it sends you a short, poetic story about the village you're about to visit. It's all about enhancing the human experience, not automating it away.
And this isn't just some far-off dream either. It is a meticulously planned journey.
You can see their roadmap lays out a super clear vision for growth, starting with a powerful core product, then expanding into a vibrant tribe community, and eventually rolling out a seamless mobile experience. It's a blueprint for scaling intimacy, not just for scaling operations.
So, after all that, what does this all add up to? When you combine the soul, the science, and the software, what really makes this blueprint so different? Let's pull it all together.
For AllureSerene, things like culture, wellness, and community, they aren't just bullet points on a brochure, they are the very fabric of the experience. Their human-centered AI doesn't replace connection, it actually deepens it. At the end of the day, every single element is designed with an emotional outcome in mind, all serving that core purpose of transformation. Which brings us right back to where we started, to their simple but incredibly powerful tagline. These 3 words just perfectly summarize the entire system we've just deconstructed, the promise to escape the noise, connect with something meaningful, and truly, fully live.
And that kind of leaves us with one last thought. Yeah, this was a blueprint for a travel company. But these principles, they're universal. It really makes you wonder, what would change if every business in any industry was built from the ground up with this much soul, this much psychological insight, and just this much intention?